forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! He got it back corner of the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. With the catch, it's Green. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
He wants to change this route. Running inside. It's Berry. Could be an alley. Oh, what a move. The tag. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. We didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Arch to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. catch in the middle. It's Coleman.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. Strong, firm tackle.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now here's Manning. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Making side adjustments here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it. Breaks into the open. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The snap sets up to throw. Buying some time. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. A methodical successful drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Tech.
Got a little grass. The tag, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Levin. Pressure coming. He wants to take the top off. He's got it for a big play. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They use the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to go right back downfield. They're working that left side. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Levin. Touchdown LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And it's no good, and they're still down by 1.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Running the daylight from inside his 25. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here's Brown to begin the drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Cam Coleman gets loose in the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Levin. He's got his man. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Under fire. He's going to take off. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed. So hard to stop.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Or did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, LSU! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To throw, Manning. Got the quick pass. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's a heat. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. These corners backing off a bit. Manning. Hauls it in. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Manning to the air again. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Oh, the attempt is no good. And here in the 3rd quarter, it is still a tie ball game. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 17 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Red Raiders with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They're up to double digits, 10 straight victories on the season without a single blemish.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Finds a tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. There's a crease. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They take the lead here in the second half.
And on 3rd down, this offense comes up clutch. Man, you think you're handing the football off on 3rd down and short just to go get the first down? How about the back, man? Great vision, gets past the first line, kicks it in gear, and makes the huge, long touchdown run.
Straight ahead from inside his 25. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Here comes the Texas offense. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Arch is going to throw for it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success in the day.
Forget the kick. He wants to throw it. Right down the middle. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. The run inside. It's buried. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Trying to beat the D deep. A 50-50 ball, and he just out-fought the defender and made the catch.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. Third play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
Makes the grab and room to run. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A give to Brown. Here's a little room there. Powers through the defender. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
On the direct snap, it's Smothers. Trying to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He might want another play. To the air, it's Levitt. Got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. These receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
They punted away on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Using his legs, it Smothers. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Arch Madness. Looking for an open area to his left. He'll throw it. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And they get a little closer here late in the game.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and trying to make plays late in the fourth quarter.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Breaks the tackle. Turning it on. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Levin. It's complete to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Durham. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, if you're allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB, good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Looking to pass, it's Levin. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Got his man downfield. Off and running. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
They had a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride. Gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. On the run from inside his 25. Can they catch him? take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his two-point conversion attempt. On the option. He'll pitch it. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. He made him pay for that short kickoff. 78 yards. He returned it for a touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
Looking for a crease. It's Berry. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Glevin. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Handoff for Brown. Maybe a crease. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from... Oh, he's got some space. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Levitt. Forced out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Unloads it left. He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw it again. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
Man, the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball...
There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! He got a step and just dusted the field. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Sprinting to the line. try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Down in the end zone, the big play there, and the defense gets the stop.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Into the secondary on the right. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Levin. He's taking a deep shot. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover.